big boost to sentiment on Monday when it claimed there were promising early results for its vaccine in a small human trial. However, some experts began asking questions about the data provided, or at least the lack of it. That dampened some of the earlier optimism. Still, analysts at Morgan Stanley out today saying it assumes a 65% chance Moderna's vaccine will work. Well, I'm pleased to say we're joined by Moderna's chairman, Noubar Afeyan. He's also the CEO of Flagship Pioneering, which refers to itself as Life Sciences Innovation Enterprise. So fantastic to have you on the show. Lots of questions, clearly lots of hope with regards to vaccine development at this moment. Can I start by just asking you why you didn't provide data with the press release earlier this week?
Well, thanks for having me on today. The press release announced interim results from a phase 1 trial with humans, 45 subjects. And in fact, we did release interim top-line data, which is quite customary by all pharmaceutical and biotech companies under circumstances when there's an ongoing trial, the conclusion of which has not been reached and the publication has not yet been made. But to communicate what we know so far, and what we communicated was that across all 45 people that were dosed at 3 different dose levels, we saw antibody levels at or above the antibody levels that are seen in convalescent plasma from recovering patients. We also reported all the data that we had up until that point, which was that in the first 4 subjects in the 2 cohorts, so altogether 8 of them, the antibodies were in fact neutralizing to the virus that we're targeting. And that's the data that we had as of Monday morning that we released. Now, I think everyone has to keep in mind that this is a trial that we're doing jointly with the NIH, particularly the NIAID component. This is the infectious disease, a group of experts at the NIH. And the data is being collected by them, it's held by them, and we shared what we had available to us. We have also said since that we expect publication of that data and also the animal work that we referred to in our release quite shortly, in a matter of a couple of weeks as opposed to months.
So there's a couple of questions there. To your point, you shared data on the neutralizing antibodies for 8 patients. What about the other patients? Are you collecting data on those, and that's what will be shared in a couple of weeks? Why not wait until you have more data rather than just the 8?
Of course, of course. So look, it's typical in the biotech industry, if there is a material amount of data, to issue interim results. This is, anyone who's been in this sector will know that this is done customarily. We did so in full concert with our partners at the NIH. The fact that across all 45 people we have seen levels of antibody that are at or above what in infected patients we witness, as well as in 8 out of the 8 that have been tested so far, we see neutralizing antibodies. It was felt that that was something that we should communicate publicly as a public company. We did so. We gave all the specifications of what was to come next. And as the complete data set is gathered, which is being done absolutely on every patient, every subject that will be published in the normal course. And I think that, as I said, that will be imminent. So I think the decision of materiality and disclosure is one that companies do with the proper analysis. In our case, that's what we did, and we decided that this was important information to communicate.